Alright, hello everyone, I'm Grimrist Baselard, and we are back with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, with the restored content mod. And last time we left off, we just got done with the Hand-Maiden Fight Club. You know, the rules, Don't tell Atris. First rule of Hand-Maiden Fight Club is... you do not talk about Hand-Maiden Fight Club. Same with the second rule, third rule, and whatnot. But then, there was a rule in the original Fight Club where it's like there's only only 2 guys in a fight, but then this time there's like 5 Hand-Maidens and 1 of me, and I still haven't even recovered fully. Look, my health is not even full. Is not even full yet. So let's heal up twice. All right, and now we can get the hell out of here. We're just about had enough of this place, with Atris and with the whole Hand-Maidens, plural, because every one of these are Hand-Maidens. Let's get our crew and get the hell out. Get our ship back. And well, might as well loot a few of these cylinders. It's not gonna hurt. Get some creds. Gel-shaped perception glove. Okay, is that the same set with my shit? Awareness 1, dexterity, wisdom. Okay, I think the Kraken Gauntlet's still better because awareness is good, dexterity is good. I mean, I don't really use dex a lot, but wisdom is okay. I have dex 1, I have dex in this, and I have all save 3, which is better. I'm okay with just the gel shade armor. Computer spike, I'll take it. Okay, where does this lead to?
Did you find what you came for?
Well, a woman from my past has made this place her home. I did not expect to see her again.
I felt as much. Quite strongly, in fact. I suspected there was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
Well, she was one of the council who cast me out of the order, and wanted to punish me even further.
I see it now. The act has left its marks. Be warned. Unresolved events from our past can create wounds in the present and the future. And more importantly, they can distract you, weaken you. It could prove fatal against the enemies we face.
Well, the woman here is Jedi, Atris, one of the council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Well, aren't the Hand-Maiden students?
No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
How do you know that? Were you reading their minds?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
Well, Atris plans to heal the galaxy, then rebuild the Order.
Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force.
Well, look, we need to leave, so let's go.
Very well. Let us depart.
Is Ann okay? He looks out cold.
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Okay, I believe you. Alright. I'll shut down the cells and get you out of here. Get you out of there.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for, Bader. You sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
It's a Jedi Academy. I don't really like it here. It's a place concealed on the northern pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Well, Bayoder, are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Come with me then. I could use your help, Bayoder. Just like old times.
Very well, General.
Choose 2 members of your party. The other will join you at the Ebon Hawk hangar. I'll go with Kreia and Bayoder.
Mistress, you summoned me.
I have a task for you. The exile is dangerous. I'm concerned that he was able to return to Republic space and reach Telos without my knowledge.
Mistress, the Harbinger was lost in transit. It was our failing.
What is done, but now I need you to travel with him.
Mistress,
I realize what I'm asking of you, and I am asking that you keep your purpose a secret, even from your sisters. I need someone to watch the exile closely, and let me know if he contacts the Sith. More importantly, I need you to study him closely. I need to know what he thinks, what he does. Become part of his group, earn his trust, get him to confide in you.
I will do as you ask, Mistress. But, Mistress, the exile did not seem to pose a threat to us.
Ah, but he does. Do not be fooled by the exterior. It is his nature you must beware. He fell to the dark side once. He will do so again. I am trusting you with this task, last of my handmaidens. Do not disappoint me. The galaxy, the Jedi, may depend on it.
Light side points gain, influence gain, Bayoder. Yeah, it's because we were so concerned for Bayoder, and we got that. We got the influence gain. That's actually very important. We need some influence gain with our companions. Those will come in handy dandy. I can just find my way out of here. Should be pretty. Where the hell is the way out? Meeting chamber? So not that way. So it's probably this way. Okay, I'm just like... I'm rolling around the fucking circle. Hand-Maiden sister. I think that's a star map. T3! My boy!
Is this your droid? It looks badly damaged. Dissected.
T3, are you alright? It wasn't your fault. They took the ship, T3. Wait, hold on. What information are you talking about? Why would she want what's in your memory core? Well, you can fill me in later. Let me get you out of there first. We'll see you at the Ebon Hawk. Influence gain T3. Yeah, I'm gonna show concern to all my party members because every one of them, each one of them is awesome. Ooh, Riot Buster. That sounds cool. That sounds hella cool. Finally, we get our ship back after like dodging through Telos, Paragus, and even the surface of Telos. We're finally getting our ship back. This is the loading ramp to the Ebon Hawk. Once aboard, you'll be leaving Telos Polar Academy for good. Finally, yes, enter the Ebon Hawk. Let's get the hell out of here. I had enough of this place.
Mistress, the last of the Hand-Maidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
I sent her to travel with the exile. She may discover something I cannot.
Mistress, the last of the Hand-Maidens. She is willful, and she has demonstrated a fascination with Jedi. It may not have been why.
I know what I have done, but it was necessary.
Man, I don't like Atris at all.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
Indeed. What's with T3? You okay? You did what while you were connected? You downloaded Atris's archives? Good job.
What is the machine saying?
Well, he said there was a hollow record of my trial in Atris's records.
We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
I came because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
Let's see. Man, all these dialogues, you know, I gotta get my my dialogue reading in check. Not in check, like up to game. Okay, I realized following Revan War was a violation of Jedi Code and broke it. Nah, fuck that. I chose to go to the war. The war was necessary because if not, the Mandalorians would have killed everyone. Okay, the truth is the Mandalorian had to be stopped or counted. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Okay, the truth is, the Mandalorian had to be stopped, or countless more would have died.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Yeah? You can have it. There. I'm out. Peace out, bitches. You guys suck anyway.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code, and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Yeah. Fucking... So they weren't even planning to tell me at all, because I was just drifting in far space, for far outer space. Like, how many years has it been since then? Like, fuck. And now they're gone. Like, gone as in, like, in hiding, so they're not even planning to tell me ever. Those last few moments of my trial, I had no idea. Okay, if you find anything else, let me know. Well, Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi. So, oh, wait. Okay, I think the way it says it is, Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi? Sure, display it. Master Vrook, Dantooine. Master Zeskael, Nar Shaddaa. Master Kavar, Onderon. Master Vash, Korriban. Master Atris, Telos. I knew all those Jedi Masters.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Let me see here. Well, be that as it may, we need their help against the Sith. Oh! Look at that!
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
If it comforts you to believe that, then so be it. But the enemies you face are many, and you will need all the help you can get. It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Well, fuck it, man. I will take whatever help I can get.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
Look, forget about Aden. Take the regular quarters. We have enough room.
It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
The Hand-Maiden has joined our party. She has a Chani defense, which protects her against melee attacks and is an excellent unarmed fighter. Well, kind of like a monk, I would assume. Because we have our...
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Good point. And the answer is, well, Atris and the Jedi Council took it from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
And why wouldn't I?
I don't know, General. But whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Okay, very well. To begin, there are some parts I'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Okay. Alright then, so what do we need?
We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal, though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
Dude, don't.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
I just want to say, like, I think Anne got swindled by T3. Just T3 is like very convincing. Like, come on, let's have a friendly game of Pazak, you know? How about a little bit of credits on it? And then, like, I guess I like to think that Adam got swindled out of it, got hustled out of all his creds by T3. Oh, what's going on here?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
I mean, don't worry, T3. I think Bader knows. Not probably. I think he really knows. That sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
T3 has received permanent +2 bonus to his constitution. Awesome. Alright. Now we can explore the Ebon Hawk. Finally, we're back here. And it seems like my game's kind of like slowing down a bit. Like there's a bit of a pause going for some reason. I don't know why. Hey, Bader, I want to talk to you.
General, need something?
I mean, really, you don't have to call me General.
Sorry, guess I can't get my head out of the past.
Well, I was just wondering what you've been doing ever since, you know, the war ended and all.
I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle down after the war.
Well, during my exile, literally, I just did the same thing and just move around.
Then you understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I couldn't find peace in anything. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean?
Only too well.
I'm sure you do. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make up for the things I'd done in the war. I wanted to design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt and protected. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it. It deserved a better fate. But Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself.
It's good to have you around again, Bader.
It's good to be working with you again, General. Something else I can help you with?
Where did you pick up the remote anyway?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
Well, what does it do? Other than, like, follow you around?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
Okay, what's your opinion about the Telos situation?
If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is allowed to undermine the Ithorians' efforts, Telos will remain dead. I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers. But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else. Something else I can help you with?
How'd you lose your arm anyway?
I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one.
That seems a bit... rash?
I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. I was lucky it was all I lost. But at least it gave me something to do, right? Everyone always said I was probably half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with?
Alright, what are you doing?
Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
I think it's T3 that actually, picks most of the stuff here. Fuck! I got caught in the fucking thing. Alright, usually T3's here, but is not here? Okay. T3? Lap studs. This door was open before in the cutscene, but now it's closed because you can't. You saw it before. There was HK was here. There we go. Damage HK unit. That is the one and only HK-47. We'll get him operational soon enough. For now, we're actually gonna talk to Kreia, talk to Ad, talk to Hand-Maiden, talk to everyone basically. Alright, I want to save before I actually talk to Kreia because you can lose influence or gain influence. Like, it's weird talking to Kreia. You gotta find the balance, literally. There, look at that. There's a pause again.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
Well, as many as want to come with us and help us.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
I'm no leader.
No? Perhaps not. Or perhaps you are different, something more. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
Is something happening to them?
They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
You have a point. I will reflect upon this, Master Kreia.
Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
I've had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
You don't seem to like the Hand-Maiden. Why is that, Kreia?
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
I trust her. She's here to help us, and allies should stand together.
Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She may have her uses.
Why'd you say that?
Because Atris is a threat. And as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
I will keep that in mind, Kreia, and watch the Hand-Maiden carefully.
Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
Kreia, what is wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
Well, there might be a way to heal your sight.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted.
Man, I love all of Krea's dialogue. Like, I feel like I'm learning just by hearing her speak. That's like, it really is influence right there. I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
Okay. Did you know? I don't want to ask Krea, like, are you a Jedi or a Sith? I don't care about that. Did you know Atris at all?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own.
Okay, I had questions about how Revan amassed such huge forces against the Republic.
A discussion, perhaps.
I guess I'm not gonna be able to get anything, like, maybe I'll try to get the, maybe I can get this one. Krea, what are you? Are you a Jedi? A Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Then, what were you?
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
I still wish to hear the story, if you permit, Krea.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. Cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force.
I need more than that, Krea.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
Never mind. I'll be going now. See? Yeah, it's weird. Like, experience point gain 1000, and then dark side points gain, light side point gain, net dark side shift, influence gain Kreia. Like, but I'm pretty positive towards the light. Yeah. Again, because Kreia is balanced, you know, if I gain a light side points, then I'm gonna gain some dark side points as well.
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Why?
It felt as if it is an instinct in me to do what's right.
Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable.
I fail to see how small acts of mercy can be harmful.
Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
I will never abandon my friends in such a way.
So you may think, but it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the same to you if you continue down your path. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the Force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born.
Other questions?
Ask, and I...
Alright, can we actually ask about Atris now?
I know her as much...
Can't, okay. Influence lost Kreia. See, that is weird. Fucking, I gain influence, I lost influence. Why? Because I was of the light side? Yeah, see, because probably because I'm leaning towards the light.
Have you come?
I want you to teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I had other questions. Atris?
I know her.
Okay. Okay, I guess we can't get anything out of Kreia again for now. We'll need to, like, maybe do something else. Hand-Maiden? Yeah, let's talk to the Hand-Maiden.
Oh, welcome, Exile. Is there something you need?
You alright?
Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos.
What do you mean?
There is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters, yet it comes to you with ease.
I do feel better. I feel more in touch with my surroundings and others.
It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see.
Can I ask you some questions?
You may ask.
Did Atris ever mention me?
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Oh?
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
I didn't fall to the dark side. I was helping people. What? The dark side?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
Let's see. If that were the case, I would have fought in Jedi Civil War. So that doesn't explain why I stopped fighting after the Mandalorian War. Okay, I'm gonna go with the first one. So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them, because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
Fucking Atris is like spinning this like fucking fan fiction in her head about me, man. Like, fuck, that's not what fucking happens. Anything else?
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Express feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
Why do you think Atris's heart What do you think Atris' heart says?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Well, I have no wish to fight Atris.
Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice.
Well, if I fought Atris, then that might make the truth come out?
Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
Forget it. I have some other questions.
You may ask.
Well, I wanted to ask you about Atris.
I do not wish to speak of her to you. You may...
Okay. Why do you look different than your sisters?
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something usually spoken of in the company of others.
So you have a different mother, but the same father?
Yes, that is correct. I feel that I may trust you with such things, so I shall speak of it if you wish to hear it.
Yes, I would hear it.
Though my father's blood I share with my sisters, I wear the face of my mother. My father was Usanis, an Ichani general.
Usanis was a hero of the Mandalorian Wars, one of the greatest.
He left our family to serve in the Mandalorian Wars, but his choice was not because of battle. He went to join my mother, one whose movements and spirit matched his. His only desire was that they fight together, side by side, for as long as there were enemies amassed against them.
Well, then if your face is any indication, she must have been beautiful.
I never saw her face, and she did not return from the final battle of the war. She died in the battle that shattered Malachor V, and her body was never recovered. My father returned from the Mandalorian Wars, and did not enter battle again. He entered politics, a caste where one's battles are fought through words rather than action.
What happened to him? Besides getting into politics.
He was slain by Revan in the Jedi Civil War. When Revan sought to destabilize the Ichani worlds, Revan succeeded. The fact that our father chose battle is not shameful, but that is not the reason he went to war. He went to war to be with the one he loved, but not the one he had pledged himself to. He was disloyal. I am the mark of that disloyalty. It is said that such things run in the blood, and I have fought long to prove that this is not so. That is why I am different from my sisters. Yet I am pledged to them, and Atris, and I would die before betraying them. I tell you this in trust, and ask that you not speak of it to others. I only wish you to know.
Well, why tell me?
Because when my father returned from the Mandalorian Wars, he walked as you do now. There was something wounded inside him. He did not speak of what had happened there, and with us he was silent, changed. When I look upon you, I see in you an answer to a question I have searched for all my life, and that is why I tell you this now. I do not believe you to be the monster Atris made you out to be. I believe your choice was my father's choice, and it was just as difficult.
I really appreciate your trust, Hand-Maiden. Thank you for telling me.
You have earned my trust. I wished to honor the trust you have shown me, and I wished to explain what you meant to me. I know it is difficult for others to see why I am here, but it was important that you know one of the reasons, and know that it is not simply duty that I am here, but because I want to be here. I want to fight with you side by side for as long as there are enemies that threaten you. You are a leader. Your stance, your every action proves it.
And I'm grateful for your words, and for your assistance, Hand-Maiden.
You honor me, Exile. Together, then.
Together.
You may ask.
Okay. Why are you called the Hand-Maidens?
We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the Hand-Maidens.
You're the last of them?
I am the last of the Hand-Maidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
Well, your skill is impressive, to say the least, as is your devotion to your training.
That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
What do you mean?
There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
And when the method inflicts violence on others limited weakens us all, and you would preserve it? To lose combat techniques would be tragic indeed. Combat is a Jedi way, and that is not my way. Battle is not the truth of the Jedi teaching. I believe it is the farthest thing from it. Actually, I'm gonna say this one, because I'm not gonna like preach about my fucking belief, you know. And you would preserve it?
Atris has already preserved it. What I wonder is if the Jedi teachings should not simply be stored, but brought to others. There is much in their approach to battle that is worthy to be shared.
Is this what occupies your thoughts?
To the Ichani, battle is a means of communication. It is an art in the truest sense of the word. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
Devotion to their cause? How do I say this? Like, devotion to their cause? Kind of like that, I guess.
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength.
I agree. It shows how far you are willing to go for your goals.
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
What do you think Revan was saying?
Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
But Revan and Malak were driven only by the dark side.
But to say that seems an untruth, based on what I know of the Jedi. The Force can drive others, but there is still choice, is there not? If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions are for nothing, and I refuse to believe that is true.
Okay, I had some other questions. Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
Well, you should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
There is some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment of me?
If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack.
Do you think I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Man, both like 1 and 2 is like such an asshole thing to say. Okay, I had some other questions.
You may ask.
Oh, what are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
You could always play Pazak with Aden.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him.
At cards?
That too.
Look, I don't think anyone here... actually, no, I'm gonna say that. This is going to be a short journey if everyone's watching each other's for betrayal.
That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
Who? Baselard?
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Echani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
Let's see. This is, yeah. This sucks. Yeah, I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this as well. Maybe you'd like to explain why Atris is siphoning power to the Telos Academy?
The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos.
And Atris thought Baselard was the key to saving Telos?
Yes. His skill with machines is something I do not... His step...
Okay, yeah, forget it. I have some other questions.
You may have.
Never mind, I'll be going. Side point, light side point, net light side shift, influence gain, Hand-Maiden. Alright. Yep. Okay, now I just need to talk to T3. And Aden. How's the Ebon Hawk? Good job. Glad to hear it, T3. What about the astrogation system? You locked it? Why'd you do that? Protect? Protect who? Under whose orders? An old friend? Okay, why was where this friend had gone so dangerous? Yeah, but how did Ebon Hawk come back from there if it was so dangerous, and why?
T3, you have been with us since Terrace. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic... I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me.
That's Baselard, yeah. That is Baselard, okay. Friends of yours? I don't understand why you were concealing that from me. I understand. I didn't think you'd kept a message like that. That person in the hologram. Friends of yours? Okay. Okay, who was the person... Who was the person the hologram was talking about? Another missing friend? What happened to your old friend? Why aren't you with him? Because he could not take you... because he could not take anyone with him? Even the woman in the hologram? And he left you. I'm sorry, T3. But you need help. You found us, T3. If we can't stop the Sith, then there is hope after all. Okay. So this help you came in search of me? But you know, why me? I was powerless, defenseless. You needed someone strong enough to fight the danger that was coming, someone who knew war and battle, and you could make the hard choices that had to be made. I'm honored, T3. I'll do what I can to stop this threat. Alright. Never mind. I'll be going now. Light side gains, influence gains, T3. Man, I love that that tune when it plays, you know, when you gain influence. The Ben Kenobi theme. How's the Ebon Hawk? Actually, no, yeah, we already did that. T3, okay, I did that as well. Let's go... Computer, mind if I try to upgrade your memory core again? Alright, let me take a look. All done. How'd you feel? Due to your computer skill, T3 has gained additional +1 intelligence. Awesome. Blank look. What, me? I was working on you this whole time. Okay, I don't know the questions. Anything else? I need a programming spike. I'll put this to good use. For now. There was something else I needed. Never mind. I'll be going. Nice. Alright, let's go talk to Atten. And then this whole episode is just gonna be me talking. Because I really like to just get through all of the dialogues and shit.
You know, I noticed a glow before, but now it's bright around you. You've come a long way since Paragus. And despite all we've been through, you seem a lot better for it.
Well, I feel as if I'm more in touch with the Force than I ever have been.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
I have some questions for you.
Alright, what did you want?
Well, care to explain where you got your Ichani training?
Huh? What are you talking about?
When we entered Telos Academy, you dropped into an Ichani combat stance.
Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you much.
True, yeah. I was just asking. No harm meant. I just thought it could be an asset.
Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hands. Alright.
Can you teach me how to play Pazak?
Alright, but I'm out of credit.
I got some other questions. There we go. Light side gain, influence gain. Yeah, I don't want to if Anne doesn't want to tell me, I don't need to persuade or force persuade him. I can just like I'm okay with it. Let's talk to Beater again, see if anything new comes up.
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
Why did you decide to fight?
Well, the Mandalorians had to be Beater. They were ravaging worlds, and I can't just let that go by. I feel all those sufferings.
I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
As good a reason as any for joining, Beater.
I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. To give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt?
Well, Jedi are trained to resist such strong emotions.
I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for?
Never mind.
Yes, General?
Alright, so Beater's done. Let's go back to Kreia again, see if there's anything new.
You are spending time with the servant of Atris.
I'm surprised you know so much when you never leave this room.
I knew her mother. She was a Jedi Knight, a master, named Aaron Kai. Jedi are forbidden to have children, and when the crime finally came to light almost a decade later, Kai was exiled. She joined the Mandalorian Wars after the shame of her birth was revealed.
How do you know that? The Hand-Maidens told me not to speak of it.
Revan welcomed her, and she was said to be a skilled warrior, beautiful and strong in the Force. The Force flows strongly in the blood of those born from Force sensitives. I doubt that Aaron was any different. If the servant of Atris is of her blood, then the potential lies within her. If you train her, if you teach her the ways of the Jedi, you will be asking her to break her oath to Atris. It would be best not to train her, and let the bloodline die with Telos.
You said teach her the ways of the Jedi. Curious choice of words.
Ah, that was an interesting choice of words indeed. She has sworn not to follow the path of the Jedi by her oath, but even that oath is limited. One does not need to be Jedi to learn the ways of the Force. I suspect it cares little for our codes and philosophies.
But shouldn't she know her heritage?
Should she? By whose judgment should such truths be revealed? I do not have such arrogant presumptions. The Jedi separate children from their parents as they did you. It is because family exerts a powerful influence on one's development. I am merely saying that revealing such things can have profound consequences, nothing more.
How could I train her?
You must train yourself first. The time will reveal itself. Yet if you persist as you have, building her trust, then you will be training her, whether you know it or not, until the choice is hers, not yours. Before you continue questioning me, I hope your thoughts in the matter concerning this servant of Atris are clear. Spend time with her if you must, but recognize where your true loyalties lie, to the galaxy and yourself.
Well, my loyalties lies to my friend and my allies.
Ah, so it is loyalty you claim when you squander away your time with her. Never have you wondered what it would mean in the Ichani rituals if the two of you sparred and fought, and you won, completely and utterly? If perhaps she would give in, surrender herself to you? Few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind. Exile, and such passions are not strength, but erosion.
I never felt anything like that.
No? Then perhaps I was simply mistaken. Very well. I shall keep such judgments to myself.
Okay. Thanks, Kreia.
Yes? Have you...
Maybe Force, lightsaber forms.
The Jedi. You others make...
Okay. What about the Force forms? Okay, no, nothing. Okay. Did you know Revan?
I miss...
Okay. Questions about Revan?
A discussion.
It's like, okay, can't get anything out of Kreia. Alright. I guess that's it for everyone. And again, that total, like, again, this episode is just me fucking talking to everyone and not really doing a lot. Next time around, I'll probably go to Nar Shaddaa and, you know, and then we'll see what we can get from there. But for now, I'm gonna have to end it in space, and that's all right. You know, at least we're not in fucking Telos anymore. We're not in the fucking like Atris Secret Jedi fucking Academy. We're out. You know, the world, the galaxy is our oysters. We can go wherever we want by using the galaxy map. Next time, that is. For this time, I'm gonna have to end it here. So, thank you everybody so much for watching this episode of just talking in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully with not so much talking, but you know, this game has a lot of talking, so probably more talking, but hopefully something else as well. And yeah, with that, I am out. See ya!